Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We are the homies. I'm Ellie, this is Larry, and we are watching Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 3. So, yeah, for the full reaction, check the link down below in Patreon we are uploading. You can check also the other social media we are using. And yeah, let's go. Can't wait.
If you'd like to change into something more appropriate.
Thank the gods you're here, Stark. About time we had some stern northern leadership.
Glad to see you're protecting the throne.
Steady old thing.
Very handsome armor. Not a scratch on it.
I know. People have been swinging at me for years, but they always seem to miss.
Chosen your opponents wisely, then.
It was very brave, your brother. And your father, too. They didn't deserve to die like that. Nobody deserves to die like that.
But you just stood there and watched.
500 men just stood there and watched. When I watched the Mad King die, I remembered him laughing as your father burned. It felt like justice. Tell me, if I stabbed the Mad King in the belly instead of the back, would you admire me more?
You served him well. When serving was safe.
I told him this meeting could wait another day, but...
But we have a kingdom to look after. I've hoped to meet you for some time, Lord Stark. No doubt Lady Catelyn has mentioned me.
Perhaps you chose the wrong man to duel with.
Well, it wasn't the man that I chose, my lord. It was Catelyn Tully. A woman worth fighting for, I'm sure you'll agree.
This belongs to you now. Should we begin?
Without the king?
Winter may be coming, but I'm afraid the same cannot be said for my brother.
Can the Treasury bear such expense?
I'll have to borrow it. The Lannisters will accommodate, I expect. We already owe Lord Tywin 3 million gold. What's another 80,000?
Are you telling me the crown is 3 million in debt?
I'm telling you the crown is 6 million in debt.
How could he let this happen? This tournament is an extravagance we cannot afford.
As you will, but still, we'd best make our plans.
There will be no plans until I speak to Robert. I had a long ride.
You are the king's hand, Lord Stark. We serve at your pleasure.
Ow! Please, it's nearly healed.
It's ugly.
A king should have scars. You fought off a direwolf. You killed the beast. You only spared the girl because of the love your father bears her father.
I didn't.
When Aerys Targaryen sat on the Iron Throne, your father was a rebel and a traitor. Someday, you'll sit on the throne and the truth will be what you make it. She's very beautiful and young. And if you don't like her, you only need to see her on formal occasions and when the time comes to make little princes and princesses. And if you'd rather fuck painted whores, you'll fuck painted whores.
How does she overdo it?
Yeah, this is how you raise the children. Good.
Something nice.
No, the problem with her is...
I don't want to.
No, but you will.
They consider themselves our equals.
How would you handle them?
I double their taxes and command them to supply 10,000 men to the royal army. No better than the hill tribes, we should have a standing army of men loyal to the crown, trained by experienced soldiers instead of a mob of peasants who've never held pikes in their lives.
And these 10,000 northern troops, would they fight for you or their lord?
For me, I'm their king.
But you've just invaded their homeland, asked them to kill their brothers.
I'm not asking.
The north cannot be held. A good king knows when to save his strength. And when to destroy his enemies. Everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
Oh my god!
She's right, actually.
I'm
Everyone
practicing.
can betray.
Practicing for what? The prince?
Arya, stop!
He's a liar and a coward.
For the prince, Jesus.
Hound killed your friend. The hound does whatever the prince tells him to do.
Whose sword is that?
Mine?
Give it to me. This is no toy. Little lady shouldn't play with swords.
I wasn't playing. And I don't want to be a lady.
Do you know the first thing about sword fighting?
Sticking with the pointy end.
That's the essence of it.
I asked him. It was my fault.
Oh, sweet girl, no. You didn't kill the butcher's boy.
I hate all of them. The Hound, the Queen and the King, and Joffrey and Sansa.
Sansa was dragged before the king and queen and asked to call the prince a liar. Sansa will be married to Joffrey someday. She cannot betray him. She must take his side, even when he's wrong.
But how can you let her marry someone like that?
You were born in the long summer. You've never known anything else. But now winter is truly coming, and in the winter, we must protect ourselves. We've come to a dangerous place. We cannot fight a war
You see,
amongst ourselves.
honesty. That's the key point.
Try not to stab your sister with it.
I know a story about a crow.
I hate your story.
I know a story about a boy who hated stories.
Summertime.
Fear is for the winter, when the snows fall 100 feet deep. Fear is for the long night, when the sun hides for years, and children are born and live and die, all in darkness. Thousands of years ago, there came a night that lasted a generation. Kings froze to death in their castles, same as the shepherds in their huts. And women smothered their babies rather than see them starve. In that darkness, the White Walkers came for the first time. They swept through cities and kingdoms, riding their dead horses, hunting with their packs of pale spiders, big as hounds.
What are you telling him now?
Only what the little lord wants to hear.
Get your supper, I want some time with him. I've seen you climb 1,000 times. In the wind, in the rain. 1,000 times. You never fall.
I did, though. It's true, isn't it? What Maester Lewin says about my legs.
He cannot move his legs.
Don't ever say that.
I'd rather be dead.
We've been instructed to escort you into the city.
Instructed? I don't know who's providing your instructions, but...
Follow me, Lady Stark.
I meant no disrespect to you.
Who was
of
this?
all people.
How dare you bring me here?
Lady Stark,
Lord Varys.
to see you again after so many years is a blessing. Your poor hands. My little birds are everywhere. Even in the north, they whisper to me the strangest stories.
Do you know whose dagger this is?
I must admit I do not.
Well, this is an historic day. There's only one dagger like this in all of the 7 kingdoms. It's mine.
Yours?
At least it was, until the tournament on Prince Joffrey's last name day. I lost this dagger.
To whom?
Tyrion Lannister, the imp.
Do you think Ned Stark's bastard bleeds like the rest of us? Next!
I like him.
Everybody likes someone and hates someone in that show.
Lannisters.
I need him to turn this bunch of thieves and runaways into men of the Night's Watch.
And how's that going, Commander Mormont?
Slowly.
A raven from Winterfell this morning.
But on their side. And in their land.
Man. Huh? A very funny man.
Ned!
It's an improvement.
3 against 1.
Over the wall. I wonder how long it'd take you to hit.
I wonder if they'd find you before the wolves did.
What do you care about our faces?
It's just, I think they would look marvelous decorating spikes in King's Landing. Perhaps I'll write to my sister, the Queen, about it.
Uh-oh.
They hate me because I'm better than they
It's
are.
a lucky thing none of them were trained by master-at-arms like your Sir Roderick. I don't imagine any of them have ever held a real sword before they came here. Your brother Bran has woken up.
We have the blade.
Which Lord Tyrion will say was stolen from him. The only man who could say otherwise has no throat, thanks to your boy's wolf.
Peter has promised to help us find the truth.
I'll try to keep you alive, for her sake. A fool's task, admittedly, but I've never been able to refuse your wife anything.
I won't forget this. You're a true friend.
How could you be so stupid?
Calm down.
He's a child.
What has the boy told them?
Nothing. He said nothing. He remembers nothing.
Then what are you raving about?
What if it comes back to him?
Him, Ned Stark, the king, the whole bloody lot of them until you and I are the only people left in this world.
They're ambitious.
Until we know who our enemies are.
I know they did it, Ned. The Lannisters in my bones, I know it.
Littlefinger's right.
And if you find the proof?
Then I bring it to Robert. You watch yourself on the road, huh? That temper of yours is a dangerous thing.
My temper? Gods be good. You nearly killed poor Littlefinger yesterday.
Lancel Lannister. Who named you? Some half-wit with a stutter?
It's empty, Your Grace.
What do you mean it's empty?
There's no more wine.
Is that what empty means? So get more. Tell your cousin to get in here. What about Aerys Targaryen? What did the Mad King say when you stabbed him in the back?
He said the same thing he'd been saying for hours. Burn them all.
Do the Dothraki buy their slaves?
The Dothraki don't believe in money. Most of the
Like
slaves
you.
are given to them as gifts.
Like buddy. Who cares?
If you rule a city and you see the horde approaching, you have two choices: pay tribute or fight, and need to practice.
She doesn't look so young already.
Well,
Tell them all to stop. Until I command them otherwise.
You're learning to talk like a queen.
Not a queen. A Khaleesi.
You do not command the dragon. I am Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't take orders from savages or their sluts. Do you hear me?
Bakara say you should take ear to teach respect. Please don't hurt him.
What? Kill these Dothraki dogs! I am your king!
Shall we return to the Khalasar, Khaleesi?
he's like, my plans are not working.
You walk.
If the winter is coming now, he's not so old. So probably there was not winter since he was.
Ah, you mean that he was born before previous winter?
Yeah.
I guess so, I mean. And that's from the front. As you can see, it's snow.
I wanted to be here. When you saw it for the first time.
I'm ready. I won't let you down.
You're not going. You're no ranger, John.
But I'm better than every other.
Better than no one. We'll speak when I return.
Half the boys you've seen training will die north of the wall.
Might be a wildling's axe that gets them. Might be sickness. Might just be the cold. And they do it. So plump little lords like you can enjoy their summer afternoons in peace and comfort.
I don't believe that giants and ghouls and white walkers are lurking beyond the wall. I believe that. The only difference between us and the wildlings is that when that war went up, our ancestors happened to live on the right side of it.
It's not the wildlings giving me sleepless nights. You've never been north of the wall, so don't tell me what's out there.
I think he's starting to like me.
I get about half of my recruits from their dungeons.
Let's share the road. I could use some decent company.
I travel a bit on the grubby side, my lord.
Not this time. We'll be staying at the finest castles and inns. No one turns away a Lannister.
You change, Khaleesi. Me ashasava veswufun.
Oh, baby.
The Khaleesi have baby inside her. It is true. She does not bleed for 2 moons. Her belly starts to swell. She does not want to eat horse.
I'll have the boys butcher a goat for supper.
How many winters have you seen, Lord Tyrion?
No.
8. No. 9.
All of them brief?
Well, they say the winter of my birth was 3 years long, Maester Aemon.
This summer has lasted 9. We can't man the other castles on the wall. We can't properly patrol the wilderness. We've barely enough resources to keep our lads armed and fed. Tell her we need help. When winter does come, gods help us all if we're not ready.
Will you stop at Winterfell on your way south?
I expect I will. Gods know there aren't many feather beds between here and King's Landing.
If you see my brother Bran, tell him I miss him.
Who are you?
Your dancing master, Sirio Forel. Tomorrow you will catch it.
It's too heavy.
It is heavy as it needs to be to make you strong. Just so. 1 hand is all that is needed.
What if I drop it?
Why is she with the left
Steel must be
hand?
part of your arm. Can you drop part of your arm? No. You must listen to me, boy.
I'm a girl.
Boy, girl, you are a sword. That is all. This is the Bravos dance. The water dance. It is swift and sudden. Now you will try to strike me.
Okay.
Up. Up. Dead. Up. Very dead.
The what?
Bloodlust.
What does it mean?
Kровожаден.
Oh, it just ended.
That's the problem.
Yeah, we are going straight to the next one. So, do you have any important thoughts to share?
I wanna go to pee. But
Thank you for the information. Yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.